That's not how the Force works. I don't care!
Yeah, I think I remember seeing the movie. There's one scene that sticks out, and it probably sticks out for everybody, which is that, have you heard the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
What are you talking about?
G'day guys and welcome back to Casual Rage. Prepare to start the show, R2. This is where the fun begins. G'day guys and welcome to Casual Rage 228, where we casually rage out about the topics of the week. Why is it so dark on this side? Almost looks like Two-Face. Look at that. Fucking man, I need to set up my light again, I think. That's horrible. And there's even a light on right there. Looking horrible. Hello everyone. And welcome to Casual Rage. Yes, we're going to talk about some stuff. We've got stuff to talk about. We got some Star Wars stuff, some breaking Star Wars news actually that's come out this week, which is kind of incredible. We're going to talk a little bit about Hasan. There's more stuff that's just come out and it's just basically making it known. I'm sorry I haven't been able to put out as many videos this week either. Yesterday, I went into work and I had a bit of a headache and I'm like, man, I can already feel this going to get worse because I do suffer from migraines. And it did turn into a migraine. I was at work. I got to about 1 o'clock, something like that, threw up at work and then left, came straight home, fell asleep. Well, didn't fall asleep straight away, went to bed. Took me about an hour or two to actually fall asleep with the pain. I don't know if people out there suffer from migraines, but they are not good. They are not cool at all. So yeah, came home, slept. Like once I fell asleep, I was out. I was gone. I didn't wake up until 5:30 this morning, and I'm like, 5:30? Man, I haven't been up at 5:30 in ages. So like I sort of laid in bed and I was like, man, if I fall asleep for another hour or two, I wouldn't even mind. Couldn't fall asleep. I just had obviously enough sleep. Like 12 hours or something. But yeah, feeling all right today though. Feeling all right today. And like I said, do have a bit to talk about. We've also got James Gunn to talk about. There's a couple of trailers that I just wanted to watch. Because, like, I know, yeah, Star Wars and everything, the amount of entertainment right now that's just horrible. Just horrible. Now, yes, I know that this is a result of the times and the times that it kind of does feel like we're coming out of a little bit, with coming out of wokeness a little bit. And obviously, with these things being in production for as long as they need to be in production for, they can't just put a stop on everything, because that means that there'd be like, what, a year or two of nothing. They could try and reshoot it, I guess. Rewrite their scripts, rewrite their stories. But yeah. Let's see. Who we got in the chat? We'll quickly say hello to some people here. Sergeant, man, yeah, sorry. I hope I made it pretty well known for a while. But time's going to change. The even the time slot that we're in right now, like, we got 7 people watching. Normally, like, when I start up, at least maybe 15 in the mid-teens somewhere. I feel like the time slot that we're in right now is really bad, but that's because our daylight savings has ticked over. I'm waiting for America's daylight savings to tick over, and then I'm going to bring it back and make it a bit earlier, 2 hours before Anna's stream. Oh, time differences. But thank you, Sergeant. Thanks for being here. We got also King Chris. Yo, Firafima. How you doing? Good to see you. Over opinionated as hat. Star Wars news. Remember when that was dude? The funny thing is that this news, and like, I've been talking about it since basically the beginning of the year. Star Wars news sort of stopped and started recycling itself for the last, 3 months? Like the stuff about Kathleen Kennedy, or the stuff about, like, they could not, because there was no new news, because there was nothing coming out and nobody really cares anymore. But yeah, remember when that was an exciting fucking positive thing? Yeah. Fucking oath. Thank you for the $2. The backseater. Rhino. Lobster claws for hands, or snake for a tongue? Lobster claws or a snake tongue? Like, what am I picking? So, like, if I'm taking this really seriously, the pros and cons, I think that the con to the snake tongue is that you taste scent. And dude, that's something in my industry especially that you don't want. But like the claws, that's like, I'd still have to probably take the claws over the snake tongue. I hope that's what you were asking. Geordie, how you doing? Good to see you. The Nuisance Bird, good to see you as well. Mike Hill, how you doing, Mike? Good to see you. James Gunn can't make anything after other than Guardians. Well, the funny thing is that it was like lightning in a bottle the first time, because he hasn't been able to recreate it more so. Michael Hale, how you doing? Good to see you. What would I rather have? Yeah. Like, practically, I'd take the snake tongue, because I'd still want my normal hands. But like, the downside, that's the tasting sense or whatever, like, that's at least the claws. Well, it doesn't change. I was about to say it doesn't change any of your senses, but of course it does. It changes your ability to touch. And that would fuck up too. Could I imagine going up to a customer coming in to buy a car, me walking up, going to shake their hand? Ah! Funny as. Thank you for the question. But yes, like I said, we do have a lot to talk about. Oh, videos. I was actually talking about that. I'm all over the place today. I'm sorry. But yeah, I haven't been able to put out a lot of videos this week. I was going to obviously do a video last night, which I didn't even make it to last night. And the video that I did put out this week, it was about the James Gunn talking about Supergirl thing more so. But like there was a little bit that I put in there, like a little clip that I wanted to put in there from Spaceballs. And I put it in and I thought it was fine. And the funny thing is you had the audio, but you just had an image of me sitting there, like almost waiting for the clip to finish. But the craziest thing about that, I don't know who saw it and who didn't, because somebody mentioned it in a comment, and I quickly went in and edited it just in the YouTube studio. So there was somebody in the chat, in the comments, that said, "No, keep it. It's funny," or whatever. I'm like, no way. I'm just sitting there. I look so stupid. But the craziest thing was, okay, so all I wanted to do was grab a clip from YouTube, grab the link, and there's an app that you can use where you can just download it quickly to your computer. And then I can use it in my editing program. That wasn't working for some reason. So I decided to go into StreamYard and just do a record in StreamYard of just that thing. I was sitting backstage. I wasn't even in the image. Like my camera was on, but I was backstage. And somehow, even when I dragged it into my editing program, it played normally. It played the clip, the correct clip. When I dragged it into the editing folder that I was slotting it into the part of the video, it was still fine. And then I create the video and it completely fucks up. It was so annoying. So yeah, I've done one video this week, which is bad, considering I've been wanting to try and at least do a video a day. I will say Monday was hard though. I was so hungover after Flashcast. I got to stop drinking so much on Flashcast, but it's a lot of fun. That's the problem. It is a lot of fun. But yeah, I was hungover on Monday. I was fine. Like I went to work and I was completely fine, but I was a little bit spaced. But I just could not find anything to talk. Like, man, I was going, and I don't usually try and find like an article to talk about because of the fact that I've got dyslexia and I fuck up so much. Sometimes I have to put so much editing into when I'm reading something from an article or something like that. It's embarrassing as fuck, but it is what it is. So I even looked for something like that, and I just, man, no. And then I did the James Gunn one. I was going to do a video on Monday night about, what was it? Wonder Man. But no one gives a fuck about Wonder Man. I honestly, I didn't even know. I saw the one, that dude, the one in, oh, what suburb was it in? Broadmeadows or something. There was one in Broadmeadows, Broady or something. That's not far from me, man. That's not far from me at all. I didn't hear anything about one with a gun. But yes, what are we doing? What the fuck are we doing? Jacinta Allen, man, I've watched some of her press conference things, and dude, she's dangerous. She's dangerous. The worst thing is come, what is it, December the 11th or something like that, when the digital ID thing is fully going to like take off. It's so funny how they tried to use it in the UK about the illegal immigration. I would rather them use that narrative because people can see through that more. They're trying to use the kids thing. Did you see the ad that they came out with? Let me bring this up. let's just talk about this a little bit. Obviously, my stream is no longer just a Star Wars stream, by the way. I don't really want to make it a political stream either. But in the same token, like, dude, this shit is bad. But yeah, the fact that they're using the narrative of the kids, do it to protect the kids. Man, if you're a parent out there that's got a kid 16 years or under, and you can't control the things that your kids are watching, I mean, come on. Don't allow the government just to fucking take over this. I have to show you this. This is crazy. Crazy. Tell me if you've got an echo, because StreamYard has been playing up, mainly on Flash's stream when I share my screen. So this is the ad that the government's now come up with to insert the digital ID here in Australia, like fully. You got to remember, guys, for you Australians that are in the chat right now, the digital ID has been out since I think it was November of last year. Even when we take people's driver's license now, there's a lot of people coming in that have got it on their phone. They've already started, like, people have already started giving in to the digital ID. The way Australia's done it, I will say, as bad as it is, it's smart. They launched it and they said, no, you can get it if you want to get it. So the people that have chosen to get it have now gotten it, right? But now here comes the enforcement. I love how they use this soft music. All these kids, parents in the background not paying attention to them.
For the good of Kirsty.
Oh, the good of these, the good.
For the good of Lucy.
It almost feels like the same thing as the vaccine, right? Oh, get this to protect grandma, protect this, protect mum, protect this, protect dad. Like, fuck off.
And Anya. For the good of Sam. For the good of Holly. For the good of Noah.
So again, like, even for somebody like me, like, don't have kids, don't have a missus, not like want to have kids, but not planning on having kids anytime soon. I'm going to be affected by this because you want to confirm that 16-year-olds don't have access to social media. Why? Like I said, I would almost rather that Australia use the narrative of we're inserting digital ID to stop all the illegal people here from being able to get a job, because that's easier to see through the bullshit of it all. Whereas I just feel like, man, we have a lot. We are woke in Australia. We are bad. We are brainwashed badly here in Australia by the mainstream media. People are so lost, and the sheep are just going to do what the sheep do. And what happens is when the majority then do it, it makes it even harder for the people that don't want to do it to say no. It was like that during the vaccine. I nearly lost my house because of it. I was on the brink of basically bankruptcy. By the time the mandate was lifted, the day that I heard that the mandate was being lifted, the relief, and I'm like, so now I can go to work unvaccinated? Like, that seemed completely pointless for the last 12 months. I had to go back to work, fucking cleaning windows for a mate, basically getting cash in hand. Well, not even that. It was crazy, the fact that I was still able to claim my wages. It was such a bullshit thing, and so is this, and it's so dangerous.
For the good of their well-being.
For the good of their
From
well-being.
December 10, people under the age of 16 will no longer have access to social media accounts. It's part of a new law to help keep under 16 safer online. For more details and to help you prepare, go to East.
So for everybody else, to prove that you are over the age of 16 to be able to have social media accounts like YouTube and X, Twitter, or Facebook or Instagram or any accounts, you have to have digital ID and you have to prove your identity. And all of the information is kept overseas. Like, I've been watching the fucking e-safety commissioner, right? The fucking that American Karen that couldn't make it in America, so she decided to come to Australia and destroy us. I swear she's a plant. I swear she's like before Trump was reelected, just before it, fucking Albo went to America, met up with Joe Biden, shook hands. Everything that they talked about was behind closed doors. Nothing was revealed in regards to what they actually talked about. And we're America's experiment. We're America's experiment. We're able to be America's experiment. Good thing that Trump was able to come in and basically put a halt to all of it within your own country, within his own country. And hopefully that can stick, because that might trickle down to the other countries. But fuck, Australia's so fallen. It's like I've said on Flashcast. I would love to be able to find any way possible to be able to get out of Australia. And I know the worst thing is to run away from it. Shouldn't be running away from it. I'm a patriotic Australian, but when I see the walls coming in and I see the collapse in front of my face happening, and there's no pushback, there's no opposition. The opposition in this country isn't opposing shit. They don't oppose shit, because as soon as they have an opposing opinion, they're the Nazi, they're the racist, they're the this, they're the that, everything else. I do feel like Australia is still, let's say, 4 years behind America. Like, we're starting to full hit our stride of the beginning of the Biden administration almost. It is fucking crazy. Fucking crazy. But anyway, seeing as we are talking about politics, like, this just popped up just before I went live, and I'm like, this is interesting too, because, like, you look at the achievements that Trump has been able to do in just the last 8 months. Well, let's just say it what it is. Since the beginning of this term that he's been able to do in the last 8 months, and the amount of wars and everything that he's stopped. And then you've got this American singer. Basically, nearly everybody around the world, other than politicians in countries like mine and Britain, it was so funny that the Britain fucking prime minister tried to fly into one of those countries where they're doing all the peace deals to try and be a part of it when he had nothing to do with it. It was such a fucking, like, dude, you may as well just fucking go there and punch Trump in the face. Like, what a piece of shit. But, like, every citizen around the world is, like, praising Trump. Give Trump the Medal of Peace, or whatever it is. You know what I'm talking about. All of that stuff. Like, everybody. Like, and the fact that people are still trying to call him out, like, say that he is the Hitler reborn or the Nazis and all of that kind of crap, right? It is so funny. Because, like, it is falling on deaf ears when it comes to us now. Like, you're stupid. As soon as you, like, watch anything right now, how can you still be saying the things that you're saying? But it seems like the only real people that are hating on America right now is the leftists within America and the politicians within the woke countries. Everybody else around the world is like, holy shit. Look at what this man has been able to do. Incredible. But listen to this. Oh, so this is, who is this again? America's singer, songwriter, and actress, Renee Rapp. Okay, actress, whatever. We don't need to repeat what she says. We'll just let her say it.
And it just happens that we time out that we're here at the same time some other people who shouldn't fucking be here are.
You know, fuck the administration, like the ICE thing, I can just push that aside for just 1 second. The administration and Trump have just negotiated a massive peace deal that nobody thought would have been possible. In fact, people thought there was more of a chance of him stopping the war in Ukraine and Russia before this one. What are you talking about? Like, honestly, there's no better time to play it, really.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? And when it comes to ICE, everything that I hear is within the law. There are people in your country that have broken the law just by being present in your country. And yes, that is breaking the law. Don Lemon. I saw that clip. Did you guys see that clip of Don Lemon? I don't have it. Where he's trying to say that, like, oh, it's a misdemeanor. It's not really breaking the law, but it's not. No, what did he say? It's not a crime. No, he said he said they're breaking the law, but it's not a crime. Or something like that. It was so stupid, man. Like talking themselves in knots. All of a sudden, oh no, it's still a bit dark. I was going to say, all of a sudden this side seems brighter. It's so weird that that side's brighter when that's, I guess the light is bouncing off that wall. Oh, man. Like, it's almost like I kind of wish and I kind of pray that these people would just open their eyes to, like, what is actually going on compared to the shit that they're saying. Like, it's so blatantly obvious that you are certainly not paying attention, and the only thing that you are paying attention to is TikTok. Like, for fuck's sake. I don't even know anymore. I don't even know anymore whether or not there's, like, the ability for these people to even be quote unquote saved. Like, can they ever turn around and see the light again in regards to what is true and what is false? Because no matter, like, when you do see those people have those discussions or have those arguments in the street or whatever the case may be, Crowder, didn't he start going back out there and stuff like that? Like, they spit this bullshit and then they walk away. It's like, okay, fuck everything that you just said. Like, you can't even have a discussion. You can't even be a human being. Let's start a rebellion. Dude, soon we've got to be careful what we say in regards to saying something like that. And in fact, I've already seen clips of Australian police going and being the thought police in regards to people posting shit. I mean, we saw it during the lockdowns with that pregnant woman and made news around the world. She posted a protest thing about vaccine mandates or whatever on Facebook, and she's being arrested in her own home in her pajamas. It's already started. That's only going to ramp up. Look at what's happened in the UK with the digital ID stuff and everything that they've been bringing in. And we're not far behind them with over 12,000 people arrested for just social media posts. Dude, I am doomed because of the things that I retweet and the things that I say. Man, I've gone specifically after our Prime Minister in tweets. You think that's going to stand up? And like, I don't want to be doomsday or nothing, but this is why, honestly, I've been thinking about what are my options? What are my options? The only option, and this is, and if these countries keep doing this, like the UK and Australia, and they keep going in this same direction with energy policies and all of these other bullshit things that are just complete scams and lies, again, I'd be locked up soon for saying shit like this. The only option is the United States. And the reason why I say that is because you do have Trump there. Now, I'm not saying Trump is perfect, but you do have Trump there right now. And with everything that's been going on, and I know it's early in his term, but I foresee like the next person at least being president, carrying on the mantle of the Trump administration. Like, it's just... And I would hope that that would be the case, like the JD Vance or something like that, who will continue going down the same path, because that's when it starts costing money, when you start to decide to change the policy or completely get rid of this. So that becomes then a complete waste of money, taxpayers' dollars and all of this kind of shit, right? People need to be united in the way that it's being moved forward within the country. Soon as you start chopping, but that's the thing in Australia, is even if we decided, oh, fuck Labor, they are fucking this shit up right now and they're being absolute dickheads and they're treating Parliament like it's some sort of game, just calling out names and not actually discussing the points and all of this kind of shit. Well, Liberal isn't any fucking better in this country right now. There is no more opposing views. You want to go up against you want to go up against Liberal and Labor when it comes to the energy policies in this country and the fact that they are all under the fucking the schemes and the scams of fucking climate? Dude. I keep getting all these calls about subsidizing solar panels with a battery pack. Oh, yeah, how much are you subsidizing? Oh, it's like a $7,000 subsidization. Oh, yeah, how much is the total thing? Oh, 17 grand. So you mean I need to pay 10 grand? And the government, my taxpayers' money is just going to go flood back into me for something that I don't want and I don't need, and that I think that in 5 years' time is going to collapse fucking industries. Weren't we all already supposed to be underwater and dead? Like, honestly, weren't we all supposed to be dead by now? When are people actually going to fucking wake up? Oh, dude, I wish I could. Honestly, I grew up in like Wanturna South. I mean, I grew up I was a little bit all over the place. Like there was one point where I was in Croydon and Lilydale and Ringwood but like even when I grew up, where I mainly grew up was in Wanturna. And like growing up there, like, yeah, there was this guy named Fadil. He lived across the road, but he was like complete Aussie. There was nothing like international about him. Right? His parents were still very cultured in their culture, but it never like affected anything. There was Mike down the street. There was fucking Chris across the road. I lived in a court, which was pretty cool. We used to be able to go out and fucking ride our bikes all fucking day. You can't do that now here in Australia. No fucking way. If I had kids, would I actually let them fucking go out and ride their bikes by themselves? Which is a fucking scary thought when you think about what it was like growing up for me in the late 80s, early 90s, or even into the 90s. Dude, you come out here, spot the Aussie. Fuck, and I've got to even probably be quiet what I say. I would not be able to put right now an Australian flag on my roof. Do you know how that feels? Fuck, it's sad. And now I got to go into Hasan fucking Piker. I don't want to talk about this fucking shithead. I don't want to talk about any of this fucking shit. It's so fucking depressing. Fucking hell. There is a couple of funny things in here that will make me laugh. Like Star Wars. Get one of those cool Southern Cross flags. Dude, and I'm Maltese. Like I am, what would I be? I'm basically second generation Australian because my grandparents migrated here. In fact, my mum was born in Malta. My dad was born here though. Maltese background, both his parents born in Malta. Like, you could, based on my accent, you couldn't tell that I was Maltese. Ewa, Oh, don't talk. I can't even do the fucking broken English accent version of it. And my grandma and grandpa used to speak with it so thick all the time. Hey, what, Ryan? Ryan. I almost said Rhino. They would never call me Rhino. Ryan. Yeah. I'm a Malteser. Chocolate coated and crunchy in the middle. Fucking delicious. All right, let's talk about Hasan fucking Piker. Because I also didn't really want this stream maybe to go for too long. I was hoping to maybe do a game, play some Gears of War after this and stream it. We'll see how we go. I definitely need to take this jumper off. It's getting too hot. It's cool though. The weather's getting way better in Australia. It's summertime. Springtime, it's actually surprising that it's quite this warm, and it's like kind of what, mid-spring, not even. Hasan Piker. So basically, a lot more people are doing a lot more investigation stuff. We've got a couple of things to watch. I'm not going to dive too much into any sort of explanations, but like, it's pretty clear to me now with everything that's coming out. No, like, again, I do find this funny that this could be the thing that actually takes Hasan Piker down. I think there's been a lot more of this being reported on mainstream. A bit more this is called a bit more of the mainstream media, I believe. And no matter what sort of justifications, I haven't heard this most recent video with him talking about it, which we're going to watch. But let's just see this for a sec. So this is when his dog, what's his dog's name again? Kaya. When Kaya is a puppy and he's training his dogs. This is how he trains his dogs. And there's a couple of points that I need to make in regards to this, because to me, this is cruelty to animals. And to me, it's just as bad as the shock collar. Like, I don't know how people are actually watching this and seeing, like, okay, yes, it's not sending volts of electricity through a dog, which is pretty extreme, right? But so is putting, let's say, and I don't know how old the other dog is. It almost seems like this is when Kaya was a puppy and trying to introduce them, which is a really, really bad way to do it. You should just be allowing them to get used to each other. I mean, that's how I did it with Eric and Charles. I only got them 2 weeks apart. But even when I brought Charles in, because I got to Eric 2 weeks before him, as a little kitten, it was hissing at him, pouncing on him. But they eventually sort of like just grew with each other. They get used to each other. And that's the best way to do it. I swear the reason why it's done like this is in preparation to make sure that the dog stays in that area. It's scenting that area for that dog. I'm so retarded right now. I'm on the StreamYard fucking page and I'm trying to see, like, why can't I push play? It's because I'm not on the right fucking screen.
I don't know if putting them in a confined space like this together is a good idea, but
it's not.
We're about to see very quickly. She will most likely recognize. She will very quickly learn that that's probably a mistake. Because if she keeps pushing Fiona, Fiona is going to bite. Oh, there we go.
See, but this is the thing, right? Is like, even just that clip before, like here, Kaya's sniffing Fiona. I'm just going to call them by their names. They're fucking dogs. Sniffing Fiona, like getting the scent, all of that sort of thing. I don't see any problem with that. The problem that I see is actually having them in a cage. It's almost like a cockfight. And the enjoyment that he's getting out of this is concerning in my eyes.
You'll very quickly learn that that's probably a mistake. Because if she keeps pushing Fiona, Fiona is going to bite. Oh, there we go. Good job, Fiona.
See, even just saying that that's a good thing, like, I don't know, man. The fucking Kaya jumps on the back and yeah, bit of barking, but I swear half the reason is because the dog is pissed off that it can't get out. It wants to get away from the puppy. Allow it to get away from the puppy. The puppy can be irritating to a grown dog that's certainly not used to another dog being in its presence. To me, this is just as cruel.
You fucking tell her. One thing I will tell you.
Look, the dog wants out. That just seeing the dog doing that pisses me off.
I've seen her. Kaya is really funny when she's scared. Being scared, but it gives me anxiety. Maybe it's me. No, I want her to bite her. What do you mean? That they had to
He wants her to bite her. He wants the fucking fight.
chop it.
And that pissed me off too when I first saw it. The fact that, okay, yes, Kaya is the one sort of like getting in there and maybe even just licking or whatever. But the fact that Fiona doesn't want to be there is what's making that dog snap. And that dog snaps, and what does Kaya do? Goes to run away and goes smack straight into the cage. And his reaction?
I know Fiona wants out.
Oh, dude. Dude, things aren't getting better for you, man. Now, obviously, this is from years ago. I don't know how long ago. I don't know how old Kaya is. But, like, the fact that I'm even seeing this now after all the other shit that I know about this dude as well. Like, all the other stuff that I've heard him say, the incitement of violence, the crazy stuff that he actually says. This disgusts me, just like everything else that this guy does and says.
Oh, she's not getting out, though. Fiona snaps at her. She'll just go, ah, 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 and, like, run away.
Well, she can't run away, can she?
Run away like a fucking goofball crying. It's the funniest thing on the fucking planet. Oh, Fiona, stay
No, it's
in there.
cruel.
She needs to learn. See? See? She wants out. See?
It's such a bad way to children.
Did you see that?
No, we didn't.
I want
see
you guys
it.
to see what happens when she actually gets scared. It's
This is
so
what I mean, though, by the enjoyment that he's getting out of it. Like, it's like a cockfight to him.
fucking funny.
That's it. Like, I'm just going to pretty much go through, like, all the stuff that has pretty much come out and been revealed. Like, this was shocking to me as well. Like, even just seeing the reactions of people. So, obviously, a bit of a get-together or something with some streamers, some people. I don't know. Brings his dog. And this dog, like, I don't know whose house they're in, but this dog has obviously come over. I don't know what's happened, but this is not a well-trained dog or anything like that either. And, like, these reactions... And then what was that? The burr that you heard there. Was that him hitting the dog? No. Like these reactions aren't like they're genuine reactions of shock in regards to, hang on, what's going on here? Now, that could be shock in regards to the fact that these dogs were actually fighting. But this is well and truly after the fact, and after we hear the dog go, "Arr!" He's a piece of shit, man.
It's my chicken.
Nobody gets it now.
Okay, now I really want it spot after. Yeah, maybe
That
we should put it on the
Pokimane.
counter.
Because she's been coming out in his defense.
I knew the chicken was going to be a problem. I was telling Cutie.
But see, also, the entire room ends up just going silent too. Like, you know when the life gets sucked out of the room because somebody's done something dramatic and shocking to the entire thing? That's what this feels like. Same thing of when, like, Zack Snyder came in and said, we completely disavow any connection to geeks and gamers or something. Completely sucks the life out of the room. Basically did the same thing with his dog. Oh, is this
Of
just the
all
original
of-
clip? It
Kaya,
is just the
please.
original clip. I don't know if I really want to.
Just fucking go. Just stop.
He deserves to fucking be exposed for the fucking cruelty that he's doing to these animals. This was his explanation. I don't understand the vibrate
This
thing.
is the one that people are talking about. Okay, this is the one. This is the one that they saw. It has the capacity to vibrate.
See, his fingers are right on where the prongs are, which are unscrewable prongs.
And that's it. Are you happy?
Oh, he
That's it.
stopped covering it there, but you can see him.
Good.
And then he gives a
There's the
close up
air
of
tag.
the back.
There's the fucking vibrator.
The
It also-
vibrator. This is the thing. Dude, do you really think everyone in the world? I can understand a small portion of people thinking, "Oh, a vibrator on a dog collar, of course. Why would you need a vibrator on a dog collar? Maybe it's there so that you don't have to scratch it on its back because the vibrator will do the scratching for you. That's probably why it's there." Like you'll have a small portion of people that believe that, dude. But do you really think normal, intelligent, at least passable intelligence, actually believe that somebody invented a collar that has a light on it, it has a tracker on it, and it's got a vibrator? One of these things is not like the other. Like there's one thing in there that doesn't fit that I would assume would be good for a dog collar. And you think that everybody's stupid, that they're just going to take you on your word and not do a full investigation into it, which has been revealed that, yes, it is a shock collar. And people have gone into it even more, which we've got more videos to show and more evidence to show that you are just a piece of shit human being that isn't just cruel to your fellow human beings, but you are cruel to every living thing around you. You just can't stand like life. How did this guy react to Charlie Kirk's assassination? Does anybody in the chat know? Because I maybe we did talk about it on Flashcast. I don't know if we did or not. I can't remember seeing anything. But like, did anybody see anything? Does anybody remember how he reacted? Was it semi-celebration? If not, like, was it on? Like, think about the line being like, he deserved, like anything from he deserved it onwards to full-on celebration, or he had it coming, kind of thing. Because it wouldn't surprise me in the slightest, being that this guy does not value life in any shape or form. Pet, human, or otherwise.
Uses. It also has a flashlight component to it at nighttime. And it also has a tracker on it when she gets lost. If she were to actually get fucking lost.
Yep, two of those things I can understand.
You are able to
vibrate her neck.
It emits a sound.
Okay, so it's got a sound component to it as well. Cool. Don't understand the vibrate thing. This is the newest thing, but before we go into that, actually, we'll watch this one. Because this is like Hasan caught again with his shock collar remote. Let's see.
I forgot to get my
So
my leash.
you hear the dog yelp. It's almost like the dog's not even doing anything right now. It's just like he's just doing it out of the enjoyment of having that amount of control over the dog and being sneaky about it. Because watch his hands.
I forgot to get my leash.
Maybe that wasn't it.
Like,
Maybe it was just the dog
Yeah,
barking.
That's unreal, man. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I also got professional training for her as well. So that's the other thing.
So he's obviously, I don't know, they're doing something with the dogs. Got professional training with the dog. And let me see, this is the tweet actually. The evidence to what it just talks about, like, it doesn't give any context to what this is actually. But he's trying to hide He's trying to hide the remote there. For sure. Takes it out of the bag. They got to the park. Hasan. Let's see.
Bro, why are you showing me? Show these guys. Scout them out. You're gonna watch a lot of misses. Nothing but net. Nothing but net, baby. Come on. Please even sit.
Before sitting, hold on. Before sitting off. Okay.
Yeah, for me, I do.
Oh, he's like, yeah, he's sort of covering the camera there.
Yeah, for me, I do. I do a little bit of physical.
So what?
Yeah, I play on Max and Jason with me and Ludwig. Put it again. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, but like, you know, when Max is like, be honest, he's gonna get shots. But you gotta take the chance. But Jason, like, I don't know. Yeah, how about Jason? How about you?
Oh, it just sped up there. I thought it was going to slow it back down there at the end. So he's got his controller with him. It would be interesting to see that and then like try and see the dog like get out of control to the point where he does have to push it. Just to see like the people in like that other video where we actually got to see other people's reactions to it. So apparently this is, I think, his newest video or explanation in regards to it.
Third group of people are the ones who are like, look at this clip, look at that clip, look at this clip. Like,
yeah, which we've just done, which shows pretty interesting amount of evidence against you, Hasan. Like it really does.
It's obvious he's moving his arms around. Like he's.
It's obvious that you looked for the camera and then you clearly covered the camera and you raised yourself up. Like those actions are clear to us. If you think that we're stupid, you think otherwise, which obviously you think that we're all stupid. You hope that we're all stupid and you hope that we'll fall for the explanation that you're giving us, but nobody fucking does. You filth fucking piece of shit.
Fucking constantly in a state of zapping. And they've moved away from the initial conversation, which was that like, she didn't even have that collar on to begin.
What the initial conversation was, we saw you reach for something. We heard your dog yelp in the background. That's the initial conversation. That's where the initial conversation came from in regards to you being an animal abuser. Everything else has come out basically since then. I'm sure that at the time there were people that maybe reported on those things. Perhaps, I don't know. But like it's now come out now with this newest thing. That's where this conversation has started. So what are you talking about?
Conversation, which was, they moved away from the initial conversation, which was that like, she didn't even have that collar on to begin with. And the only reason why I showed the collar was because people were clipping other instances. First of all, are any of the collars illegal? No. Even in the maximalist position, even if what like the people that are claiming are just like a significant threat or whatever, like most, I've said this already, e-collars that have shocking components that feel like a TENS machine, which I've used on myself.
Well, why are you even buying an e-collar with a shocking component? What you can't buy e-collars without the shocking component? So what you're telling me?
In the past, because you know I'm around dogs that have been trained with that and use it, is not only is it not illegal, but it's also straight up.
So now he's just trying to justify it. It's not illegal. It is wrong in the eyes of a lot of fucking people.
Used in the.
Surely there's laws against like this kind of animal abuse.
E-fencing for people, and it's used in the training of like dogs in general.
So that's his justification for why it's okay. It's not there, but even if it was there, this is why it's okay that it's there. What a garbage human being. That's pretty much it for the Hasan stuff. What a garbage human being. Like, honestly. Like, I'm sorry to say, but like, despite your little justification and spin there, oh man, I just can't get past the it's got the shock component. It's an e-collar with a shock component. Why don't you just get one without the shock component, you fuckwit? Oh, dude. It's so annoying. Hey, Mars Monkey Max. It's so annoying. Arctic Warrior, I see you too. I doubt that that's going to happen. You'd have to do something pretty fucking outrageous. I mean, the consequences of some of the things that he's said and done, like his actions and his words, like it's hard for me to say because I'm not for cancel culture, but I feel like there's a difference there. You know, why could they go after Trump when they said that he incited violence on January 6th when he never actually incited anything? But it's okay for civilians to incite violence and it be okay on these platforms. And okay, they might, it's a bit like Alinity with the cat, right? You might get a week's ban. Oh, how dare you? Like, what the fuck? Will they ever learn the lesson? Will they ever actually? No. Like, true disciplining in any aspect, even parent, like, I mean, I'm not a parent right now, but I will say in some of the parenting I've seen, like, you look at that video of the fucking parent that goes to her kids and says, oh, I've got the best news ever. What, Trump died? No, the second best news ever. Oh, the vice president died? No, the third best news ever. Oh, Elon Musk died? Like, there's some pretty shitty parenting going on. There's some pretty fucking shitty parenting going on. And then they watch dumb fucking idiots like Hasan Piker and then think that, you know, life means nothing, whether it be human life or animal life. You know, it's crazy. I'm no fucking vegetarian or anything like that. Like, fuck, I got a steak in the fridge for dinner tonight. But like, I don't view that as like cruelty to animals. I don't think slaughterhouses and stuff like that are like, I must admit, I've never really looked into it. And I hope that these animals are treated well enough for slaughter so that we can eat them. In regards to the food chain, I think that there is relevancy there. And I don't feel like I need to justify myself either to any fucking vegetarian or any of those fucking people out there. I don't know why I even went to fucking food. I went from Hasan Piker to that. I just feel like people are just brainwashed to the fucking shithouse right now. And it's almost like they like, and don't get me wrong, if we're talking about this matrix world that we're living in, fuck, I could be brainwashed the other way. But like, when I really truly look at what I believe and the things that I see happening and everything, just everything aligns. Like, I can answer most questions in regards to why I feel this way or what's happening. Whereas, like, if I ask a person who is a trans person, let's say, who's oppressed, and I ask, why are you oppressed? They can't answer that question. Like, there's a difference in truth there. You need some bloomin' onions. Fuck you, Hasan. Like, seriously, fuck you, dude. I was going to watch this Star Trek game trailer, but like, Flash shared it in the Yellow Flash group, as their Flashcast group chat. And it's probably not for me necessarily because I'm not much of a Trekkie. It was probably more for people like Anna and stuff that are in there. But then I did start watching Anna's stream before my stream, and she watched it, and I'm like, I'm not watching that. looks fucking ridiculous, and I got nothing to say about it. So I'm sorry. It wasn't in the title anyway, but we're not talking about that. We are not talking about fucking Star Trek. I need to take this jumper off. It's too hot now. Give me 1 second here. What we're going to talk about next, though, is James Gunn. James Gunn. And DC. Wow. Oh, look at all the cat hair. Fuck it. I got no sticky rollers left. That's why the hat's also got fucking... And I've been fucking actually really good recently in regards to keeping the house clean. Fucking swept the other day and then vacuumed. I swept mainly because I didn't want the fucking vacuum to jam up with fucking a lot of cat hair and shit. So I decided to sweep first, which fucking... Yeah, Stargate is definitely greater than Star Trek in my eyes anyway. Star Wars, LOL. Well, Star Wars is fucking... Like, honestly... All these IPs, everything that we've ever sort of loved as geeks or nerds, it has been infiltrated by woke. And it's a shame because really everything has, because everything is owned by these woke companies. And all they've done now is just employed more and more woke. But James Gunn is making some pretty fucking big mistakes here. I mean, let's think about this for a second. James Gunn has done, in James Gunn's DCU, we've had Superman and Peacemaker. That's it. Am I wrong, chat? Did James Gunn do any of the Suicide Squad movies? Did he do the second Suicide Squad movie? He did, right? Now, I know people would argue that that second Suicide Squad movie is actually kind of good. I haven't seen it, so I don't know. Got to get ready for the Swingers Club. Well, enjoy that. Enjoy that. Creature Commandos. Yeah, okay, it's Suicide Squad 2. Okay, so, man, just goes to show how much I fucking don't know. Haven't seen Suicide Squad 2 and, man, got nothing on Creature Commandos. But, well, that tells you something in itself there, I think. Because if it was good... Like, other than maybe Suicide Squad 2, like Creature Commandos, if I heard that it was good, like, I'd probably at least have some sort of interest in watching it. I will argue I'm more of a Marvel guy than I am a DC guy. But that doesn't mean I don't like a good Superman, Batman, DC movie. Let me ask you, if anybody remembers the promotion for Suicide Squad or Creature Commandos, was it at any time referenced to be like or anything similar to Guardians of the Galaxy? Because I honestly can't remember. Beta Bucks Deluxe, how you doing? I never saw the first Suicide Squad. I watched it and, like, obviously, you know, I was out of the release the Snyder Cut and release the Air Cut things. I was actually more interested in release the Air Cut of the Suicide Squad just to see what they were going to do with that and how that was probably going to better tie in. But yeah, let me bring this up. Because James Gunn it's been a nightmare. Been a nightmare. James Gunn says Supergirl is a space adventure. It's like Guardians. Everything that James Gunn has done since Guardians 1 has basically been, I want to make this like Guardians. I want, like, yes, you got lightning in a bottle. And I dare say that with Guardians 1, it was almost a detriment to the rest of the MCU. It was good and it was bad all wrapped in one. It was good because at the time we, like, the way the comedy was done and it was well received and well done in the way that it was presented compared to other MCU movies. The bad from that was that every MCU movie after that was basically templated to be the same as that, with the jokes and everything. The biggest character that I feel like they cucked using the Guardians of the Galaxy formula, I would argue, actually, I'm not going to say. Who do you think? Who do you think was the, like, one that copped the Guardians of the Galaxy treatment other than Guardians of the Galaxy characters after Guardians 1? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Moon Knight or Thor? Okay, I'm going to say that's who I would have said. Moon Knight, I'm probably more so the main characters, like, that we'd had in the MCU. We hadn't yet had Moon Knight or, like, don't get me wrong, yes, they were affected by that, no doubt. I only watched Moon Knight out of those two. Dude, Beta Bucks Deluxe comes in with the $20 and just says, appreciate what you do. Well, I appreciate you for the support. Thank you, dude. Thank you so much. It's always nice getting super chats here and there. Bit of support. It's always very, very nice. I really appreciate it. Thank you, and God bless. Like Guardians, fuck off. We're going to go into that, but, like, there was also I played it in my video. I don't have it here, which I probably should have had it here. But James Gunn talking about how, yes, that was the finale. Yes, that was what it was. And no, I'm not apologizing and blah, blah, blah. You guys probably saw that clip too. Dude, these studios, these studio heads and stuff like that, I just don't understand it sometimes. You know, the simplest thing that these people could possibly do is literally just adaptation and honoring the source material. It really is. It's so simple. You never said the character. No, I did. I said that I'd pick Thor. I reckon Thor, since Guardians 1, was the most Guardians character post Guardians 1. They Guardians the Galaxy, that dude, they gave him those lines and everything. And look, don't get me wrong, there was some great comedy in some of those early ones when Iron Man says, does mother know that she weareth her drapes? Like, there was some good stuff. There was some good comedy in there. But then after Guardians of the Galaxy, every character had to have that. Like, why couldn't they keep Thor being a little bit on the clueless side of earthly terms and things like that? That's the way that you make it funny. But, like, they tried to go a whole different level with Thor. Oh, dude. They teased the shit out of that. The end of Guardians 2. And nothing. And, you know, with the Infinity Gauntlet story, you would have thought Adam Warlock had a big role in it. I just feel like they started going woke earlier than we think that they did. You know, because in all honesty, when you actually start to think about it, like, yes, there was the Captain Marvel situation in between those two movies, and that is what the only reason why it made $1 billion. It really is the only reason why it made $1 billion. But, like, you know, we didn't get an Adam Warlock story, which they should have brought in. We didn't get a I reckon the biggest downfall is Natasha, Black Widow. As everybody says, that should have been the movie, and that would have made $1 billion just because of sitting. Even if they placed that between, and it even didn't have any connection to, it just filled in a gap of the story, like the origins almost, or a little bit of something with her and Clint. I think it just would have been fine. Would have been great. People would have gone and seen it, as even with the female lead and all of that bullshit that they talk about. But I also want to go into the fact that James Gunn, obviously people have been laughing about this, and it is kind of funny to listen to him talk about this. But this is basically James Gunn's wife who gets to make out with everybody, and apparently James Gunn is in the audience, like is basically an extra in his own shot, watching his wife make out with John Cena.
And I mean, I also understand that it must be weird seeing your wife kissing another person.
Yeah.
I don't ever think about it like that though. When
even the way he looks, yeah.
Don't ever think about it like that though. When two actors are on screen, it just doesn't. It doesn't feel. It feels so technical.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, and this
And
was
there's
especially
lights, and it's like
this was especially technical because we had the Phantom camera and everything was in slow
So
motion, and you guys had to go back in a certain way. Then you had to come together, and then the camera ramps down. Ramps down means it goes faster.
Back to
And so it's
and you literally just have to do it over and over.
and we had to do it over and over,
again.
and then you're
Just everybody's talking about that. The fact that she's like, yeah, we just need to do it over and over and over again.
standing on the lazy Susan as we're curling around you, and it wasn't only that I had to direct you kissing a man, it was that I had to kiss you directing a man in
No,
front
you
of
have to direct me kissing.
what?
You said I had to kiss you directing a man.
I wish.
I wish. You don't even know, like, you didn't even really understand it, and that, like, yeah, it's just an auto response, that line.
I had to direct you kissing a man in front of like 200, 300 extras more that were, a lot of whom were fans.
And one of them was you.
And so it was just, the whole thing was kind of weird before it happened. I literally, I was uncomfortable about it, admittedly. I was like, I don't want to do this. Like,
I think we're getting that right now.
but then once we were,
she's like, she really doesn't care. I think we're understanding that. We're getting that right now.
doing it, I didn't give a shit. Like, I was totally
you
fine.
did. You instantly
I was
let it
looking
go.
at the kiss as like, I'm fucking loving it because it's like these beautiful shots. I mean, some of our best shots ever
That's
from
really
the
cool.
series are in that sequence.
By the way, I'm sure it wasn't great for John either. His wife Shay is
Yeah,
like
she was there.
down on the
Shay-
on the
Shay was sitting
next
beside me.
level of. Oh, she was.
Shay was
there
with me the
watching
whole
it,
time
yeah.
watching it. So yeah, Shay was hanging out with me while I was directing, and because it was warmer up there, and so she was watching the monitor. next to
That
me.
boat was cold.
It was
guys.
cold. It was cold.
I don't care about the temperature of it. Well, there you go. It is kind of funny, though, that he had to basically... Because my understanding is it's not just the John Cena character that she sort of fools around with or fucks around with in this show. Is she in one of the nudity scenes by chance? Like, I don't know. Like, if it was me, there's no way that I could actually film this. You know, be comfortable with it. And he says how uncomfortable he was, before doing it. And now, when we did it, it was the best shots. Like, it was so artistic. That's how he tries to justify it in his own fucking head. Yeah. Well, like he said, it was like he was like a little bit beforehand, and now he's fine with it. Like, it was the best shots that they did. But yeah, so James Gunn's... The other thing too with the Supergirl thing, if I can just quickly go back to that, is the pace and the speed that this guy's been moving at has not given anyone, but he doesn't want anyone to stop and slow down and be patient and like see anything for what it is. If you remember, Superman hits, and I mentioned this again in my video, but Superman hits, and then it starts not really performing really well. He says that they're not going to release it into on streaming or digital or whatever, not for ages. And then Peacemaker's coming, Peacemaker season 2 is coming, and they quickly need to drop that on digital so that you can catch up and watch that if you didn't see it in theaters, because that rolling into Peacemaker is so very important. And then Peacemaker hits, and of course that flops and doesn't really do well. I reckon that does way, way worse than what Superman does, just on a surface level observation. But as soon as Peacemaker finishes, it's like, oh, Supergirl's going to be this space adventure, and it's going to be like Guardians of the Galaxy. Dude, you're deflecting so much that you want people to stop paying attention to the stuff that's literally just ended, and you want to move so quickly into the next thing. Crazy, man. Crazy. And you've made this confusing as fuck too, James Gunn. You really have. You've made it so confusing in regards to like the characters and the things that have happened during the, from the Snyder stuff, and who you've decided to bring over, and this way that you've decided to tell these stories. I mean, again, excuse me, I'm not paying attention to the point where I'm watching these things. The only thing that I'm sort of paying attention to is the usual people that I do watch on YouTube and how they're talking about it. And even when they just, like, when Ryan talks about it or something and he gives me that explanation of, this happened in Snyder's thing, and then this is the way that they've tried to explain it away, and it just doesn't make any sense. And there were way better ways to do it, because then somebody like Ryan, again, actually elaborates and says, this is how I would have done it. And it would have been made a lot more sense and been at least fine to some degree. I think it had something to do with grabbing one from another universe or somehow having that tie in and it being explained a lot better than it just grabbing the same character from that universe and then trying to bring it into this universe while trying to change certain things. Like how they changed the end of Peacemaker season 1, right? They changed that final scene with the Snyder characters, and they changed it to the James Gunn Superman characters. Am I wrong? That's when that change happened, right? It's so stupid. And then people that don't pay attention to, let's say, a change like something like that, that's never watched Peacemaker, didn't watch Peacemaker season 1, which was essentially separate from this universe, and hasn't watched season 2, which is supposed to be a part of this universe, and apparently it's supposed to be so very important to the existence or the continuation of the DCU. Dude. The very next thing that you come out with, the people that go, the casuals and the normies and everything that go see it, if you've got any references or anything to Peacemaker in your Supergirl fucking movie, which I swear, like, you look at the result of Superman, dude, Supergirl ain't going to do shit. You tried to make Superman like Guardians of the Galaxy. What the fuck are you talking about? Everybody talks more about Mr. fucking Terrific than they do Superman. Look at that. The problem is that this is like I said when I started the stream, it's like, man, it doesn't feel like there's really much good news out there when it comes to any form of entertainment. Yeah, don't get me wrong. There's a small portion of good stuff. I'd argue there's what's it called? Invincible, which actually let's just take a break from some of the crap and let's watch this little trailer thing that they came out with for Invincible season 4, which I honestly can't wait for. And I hope that it's good. I hope that they continue doing it well. I do need to read the comics. I do actually want to get those omnibuses and actually sit down and read them. But let's see. Let's get rid of fucking James Gunn crap. Well, I can't wait for fucking season 4 of Invincible. In fact, when's this due to come out? March next year. I might have to sit down and just go through from season 1 again. It wouldn't take long. And there's not really any horrible bad stuff in there. It's all pretty good, pretty consistent. Let's watch this.
Please tell me you're not going to eat that.
Huh? No, of course not. I'm just taking in the ambiance.
He's got robot arms. He's got robot's arms.
Yeah. I love this place.
Said no one ever.
How dare you?
Why are we here, Mark?
Okay, 2 reasons. 1, it's the place where I tell everyone when I'm gonna be back in action, right? And 2, because I'm starving, since I just like single-handedly saved the Earth twice in the last 2 weeks.
Hey, don't.
Can you believe people used to complain that I could never win a fight?
What people?
You know.
I really don't.
My friends.
What was that?
My fans.
Your what?
My fans, okay?
What fans?
But they sure don't say that.
He's also got a robot leg, I see. See, I bet you there's some deep stuff in here that if you've read the comics, you'd probably understand it a lot more. Like, I reckon if I talked to Flash about this, he'd probably know so much more about what I'm actually seeing.
More, because first, I sent all those other me's packing. Get out of here, you handsome guys, I said. And then when they didn't leave, I threw their thick, muscly buns right off my planet.
I'm pretty sure everyone else did that. There were like 30 of us out there.
And then I beat up Angstrom. Find a dimension where you're not a loser, I said, except that doesn't exist.
I really don't think you said that.
And then, this is the big one. This guy, I'm pointing at me, this guy kicked Conquest's ass. You remember that? Boom.
But did you? I mean, did you?
Yeah. I mean, also turns out he was just very lonely. That was.
I like it. But, like, again, there's probably some deep cuts in there. Dude, I do want to see that fight against Conquest again. That was so fucking sick.
Was like, that like factored in a
He
little
was
bit.
missing all his skin, Mark. I wonder how that happened.
You don't fight with your skin, Eve. Come on.
Well, while you've been busy taking all the credit, some of us have been busy getting ready for what's next.
Busy doing what?
Well, busy writing, designing,
Hey.
storyboarding,
Whoa, hey.
voice acting,
Stop. No, stop.
posing.
Cut. That's my thing. Only I get to handle those.
Like you handled Conquest?
He was very strong for an old man.
Okay, then. Finish it off.
Finish off what?
Whatever this is that we're doing. This is my first
This
time.
promotion.
I can't believe you let Alan and Cecil do this before me.
Right, okay, can you do the card? Now. Do the card now!
Is it supposed to be blank?
This kind of stuff, it's not really... Eve, maybe you could...
You're so lucky we're dating now.
Hey, could you make me a new burger too, please? Extra cheese with the pickles. Maybe 1 pickle.
You know, that Mohawk version of you is looking better and better.
Wow, look at that. Check out the date. It's so soon. Get those Where's Season 5 William memes ready. Or don't, actually. I mean, enough is enough, am I right? Seriously, though, get excited. Season 4?
The crazy thing is, I'm probably going to get copyright claimed for this.
It's nuts.
Hey, maybe you win another fight.
Yeah, or 2. Or all of them. Maybe I win all the fights.
Yeah. They could have done better with an ad coming up to, like, getting you more hyped. I will say that much. As much as I am excited for fucking Invincible Season 4, and there might be deep cuts in that little clip that they did there, didn't do anything for me. Which is a shame. Do you want to see people getting scared? Pranks? Some of these are fucking hilarious. Whoa. That one's pretty funny. I remember the first time I saw that one. It was fucking hilarious.
That's so fucking funny.
That one's funny.
Wash. Ow, ow. Did you hear that slap?
There's one coming up that I think is hilarious.
The way that.
Oh, that's really high pitched, that laugh.
So what's for dinner?
Oh man, I've got memories of doing shit like this to my fucking sisters and stuff. Oh, so good.
Mom?
Yeah?
That one's so good. That one's so good because he gets scared by the sound and he doesn't realize until he looks down and sees her and then gets even more scared. Oh, I love that one. This one's the best. Oh, I love that one. I don't like the sleep ones. The sleep ones are bad. I think it's this one that's fucking hilarious too. Oh, this one. This is the kind of one that I would do. Stand outside the kitchen window and just wait for them to see me. I'm sorry. I've got that in my folder. I've got it for Flashcast, but I thought I'd share that here. Just in case. There's always fucking funny clips. Oh, do I have anything else in here? Oh, there was some Mortal Kombat 3 is in development at Warner Brothers. We need to see that Mortal Kombat 2, which I'm actually like, I liked that trailer that we saw. I really did. I really, really did. Yeah, that's it for that folder. Let's watch this fucking stupid trailer. Let's watch this fucking stupid trailer. So this is a trailer for a movie called Send Help. Now, to me, this almost comes across to me as, okay, they're trying to make a horror, but I don't know. It could be a stretch, but like, I kind of feel like this is the result of asking that question. Would you rather be trapped in the jungle or deserted on an island or something with a man or a bear? And it is, to me, designed to just show men being absolute pricks, the worst of men, and why then it would be justified for this sort of revenge, I guess.
I'm going to be frank with you.
Oh, what did I do that for?
You are smart. I know that you are great with numbers, but I just don't think you got it. As an executive, I see no value in you. Does that make sense?
I'm sorry, what?
See, I don't know about, like, this isn't even real world when it comes to the way a boss, a guy running a company would speak to employees. Now, depending on the size of the company, there would be people below, like, let's say this guy that would probably talk to and do all the firing and hiring and stuff like that. But like, they've got to portray the boss of, let's say, this multi-million-dollar company as a piece of shit, so that it justifies essentially the revenge
we have
of
the
it.
Bangkok merger coming up.
Because no boss, like, even if a boss was to talk to me like this, they'd be sued. Straight away. I'd be walking out the door, I'd be quitting on the spot, and I would be telling them they can expect to hear from my lawyer. Not that I have a lawyer, I'd just get a lawyer for this.
Linda, before you go, I forgot to mention I've received a few complaints about you.
Complaints?
Noxious odors.
Okay.
Take your seats, you're a little bitch.
She becomes all
Cruise to
tribal.
the land of the living.
She goes crazy.
How long?
You been out? Day and a half.
Have you tried making a distress signal? Or a bigger fire?
I was busy.
Like, even after, like, this is just not how a normal dude would act under these circumstances. I'm sorry, it's just not. You can make a bigger fire.
Trying to keep us alive.
But getting us out of here, that should be your focus, not being Susie Homemaker over here.
What did you just say to me?
Let's not forget, I'm your boss. You work for me.
We're not in the office anymore, Bradley.
So stupid.
You'll
Like,
help
I'm
us.
sorry, I can't see the premise of why he would still be talking to her like that. I could understand a little bit of frustration, maybe a little bit of boiling over, but like, under the circumstances, dude, what are you doing?
Coming.
I can't suspend my disbelief enough to believe that this is real or this is how somebody would really act.
To accept that this is how things are now.
Look, would you rather that be that man or would you rather that be a bear?
That this is how things are now. You ever hunt? I think I like it. You are stuck with an asshole boss.
And like the fact that they like even earlier in this trailer when she's like making like almost like a bed out of these bamboo sticks and she's doing all this arts and crafts, basically all these crafts for stuff that she can survive. She's obviously made this hat out of the leaves and all of this kind of stuff. Look, I don't want to sound super sexist or anything, but there's no way. Like, and there's been evidence of this where I don't exactly know. It was a TV show, a fucking real, what is it? They call it fucking, why am I fucking blanking on it? Reality TV. And they got all these men and all these women and they were separated by their sexes and they went and they were told to survive and the men thrived and the women didn't. The women just complained. Weren't even able to get a fire started, weren't even able to make like these things. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't women out there that would be able to do that kind of thing, but I'm sorry, I just don't see, especially in this day and age, I don't think that there would be one chick out there in like the Gen Z class that could probably do that and actually like full on survive, completely deserted, no resources, just survive. I'd struggle. I still think that I'd do better than some. But fuck. So I don't know. I'm sorry, I just can't buy it. It seems bullshit to me.
Just like I was. Although I'm betting I am a much nicer boss than you ever would have been. Except for maybe this part. I don't think we should ever leave.
Looks stupid. Looks so fucking stupid. And like, this is sort of what I was sort of saying earlier as well in regards to this is our entertainment today. And unfortunately, no matter if we think or feel that there might be a little shift coming in regards to like slowing down the wokeness and all the crap that's been going on and the shit that's being flooded out there right now, we've still got a backlog of stuff that they've been producing in the woke era that still needs to come out before we start to see a shift or a change, whether or not we even see that shift or change. Because when you think about it, even with, let's say, the Netflix stuff that's been going on recently with the kids' entertainment, right? And the cancel Netflix campaign and all of that sort of thing and Elon Musk and all of that, That shit is still on Netflix. That shit is still there. Yeah, people fucking got rid of, some people got rid of their fucking accounts. Yeah, they lost $15-20 billion for a week. It's steadily, still, like, you look at the trend of it and it just nothing. So, like, yeah, are they going to learn lessons? Is there a lesson even to be learned? We think we teach them a lesson, but then nothing changes and we wonder why. And it's like, it didn't really scratch the surface. What we tried to do didn't really scratch the surface. And I'm not like saying that we've got ultimate power or anything like this, but the fans certainly should, to some extent. Like, I mean, look at Star Wars. Look at the depreciating returns of Star Wars. Look at the depreciating returns of Star Trek. Look at the depreciating returns of fucking Doctor Who and all of the other IPs that have been completely wokeified and destroyed by woke. And look at where we are now, where fucking we've been asking them for fucking years to come up with your own fucking story, make your own. This is what they come up with. It's woke the movie. It's literally woke the movie. Just like Doomsday is fucking Cameo the movie. And that'll be Cameo the movie with sprinkled wokeness. I don't doubt that for a second. Send help. Yeah, fucking send help to fucking these studios, will ya? Send help to these studios. And then the last thing before we get into some of the Star Wars news. I was going to talk to the Back to the Future thing. I don't think I really need to. They came out with a new miniature Back to the Future DeLorean. I've got my DeLorean, except Charles destroyed it. Like, there's Doc. It was sitting up here, and Charles, like, because it's on wheels, he pushed it with his fucking paw. I think Marty's under here somewhere. I just knocked them all off. Marty's down there somewhere. There's the hoverboard that just has actual wheels. So yeah, I did have the DeLorean, but unfortunately that broke. It's very unfortunate that broke. But yeah, like, I don't really have an interest in getting a mini. I actually want to get the big one, the one that's the same size as that, because that was cool. But I had that up. I'm not going to talk about that. I don't need to show it. This is why you don't get fucking cats, Rhino. Yeah. I know, like, the reason why I ended up with 2 cats is, like, I like pets. I would have much rather had a dog and a cat. And I was always going to have 2 pets because I'm single and I live alone. And I spend a good 8 or 9 hours of the day outside of the house at work. So I wanted at least company for them. The reason, though, why I didn't end up getting a dog, and I really, really I really wish I had a dog, but I've got no yard. I've got no yard whatsoever. Like, downstairs, as soon as I walk out the back, it's the garage. So yes, I could have him staying out in the garage area all day. But then as soon as I get home and the garage door opens, being confined in that space all day, I mean, the most likely thing that could happen is, goes for a run. And then I do have the upstairs bit back there, which is above the garage, which is just an outside sort of balcony area, which is a decent size. But again, it's like, to me, it would just be cruel to have a dog here. I got no yard. Yes, I'd walk him every day. I'd be a good dog owner, but I feel like it would be cruel. The best thing that I could get is like a bit more of an indoor dog. But there's no real such thing as an indoor dog, is there? And even when I search for cats, I'm like, what are the most indoor type of cats? Ragdoll. But the problem is with the ragdolls is fucking the fur, man. So if I was going to get if let's say something was to happen to these guys, they've still got a good amount of life left. If something was though to happen to them, I don't know whether or not I'd even get another pet again. But if I was going to get a cat again, it'd probably be a blue Russian, more so than their fur's a lot shorter, a lot easier to keep, and fucking molting isn't a massive issue. But fuck, I wish I had a dog. I really do. But Charles is like a dog. Charles acts more like a dog than he does a cat, to be honest with you. Other than when he starts like needing, the claw thing on you. It's the closest he comes to actually being a cat. He wants so much attention all the time. Get home from work, he's waiting at the door. He'll follow me upstairs. I'll get the food out. I'll feed them. And then I'll go downstairs to have a shower and get changed after work. And he follows me out. He'll sit hasn't even eaten. Fucking sits by the shower while I fucking shower. That's Charles. Eric just fucking eats and then goes and fucking lays down and doesn't give a fuck. Get an emu? All right, let's talk about Keira Knightley, shall we? Not that I really care about Keira Knightley. But she is apparently voicing a character. What character is it? Professor Umbridge. That snobby bitch. So she's voicing Vanessa Umbridge in the upcoming audiobook. 7-part audiobook. And the thing is with this is, again, we're not going to go into it massively. Get a kangaroo. Yeah. But it just seems like the interviewers in these interviews are just baiting the whole time. They just want the click. They want to get the reaction. They want to get that moment, that viral moment. And they ask some of the most ridiculous questions. Now, I've got to give credit where credit's due here. I think the way that she answers the question is pretty well done. I feel like these interviewers or these journalists, if you can even call them that, should be ashamed of themselves just in the way that they're asking it, because based in the way that they're asking it is the implication that J.K. Rowling is what they say that she is. And it's so stupid. These people have got roles, they get employed. What, are they going to say no to money? So dumb. Let's take a listen.
I saw you're voicing Professor Umbridge in the new Harry Potter audiobooks. I was wondering, are you aware that some fans are calling for a boycott, giving J.K. Rowling's ongoing campaign against trans people?
I was not aware.
First of all, I want to say that every boycott that these fucking weirdos out there have tried to put on any Harry Potter thing has been completely unsuccessful. I know that they were trying to say something about the game or the second game that's coming out or whatever, and that they kind of worded it like the boycott on the first game was actually successful, which it certainly wasn't. The one thing that I want to say, and it's fine because I feel like she's just saying it to get out of actually having to answer the question. The fact that she says that she doesn't know any of this, I got to call bullshit on that. I mean, anybody who's anybody out there, well, actually, maybe not. But I guess my thing is that if you are involved in the Harry Potter thing in some way, shape, or form, surely this has come across your quote unquote desk.
Of that, no. I'm very sorry. I think we're all living in a period of time right now. We're all going to have to figure out how to live together, aren't we? And we've all got very different.
Yeah, and the best way to live together in peace and harmony is through the lens of truth.
Opinions. So I hope that we can all find respect.
It's a very diplomatic way of answering the question. Like I said, I don't believe for a second that she hasn't heard the controversy or anything, but I actually think there's more shame on these fucking people asking stupid questions like this. What is she going to say? What's the reaction? What's the viral moment that you want her to come out and say? Yes, I might be doing this voice acting thing, but what J.K. Rowling has said about the trans community is absolutely disgusting and abhorrent. Something like that. Is that what you want? Yes, We know, yes, that is what you want. Fucking keep asking stupid questions, and these reporters will start losing access, surely. Well, it depends, because a lot of the fucking mainstream and big wig fucking reporters and magazines and all of this kind of stuff, they get their access, and they've employed all the wokeness. They've got all the DEI. They don't care. They don't fucking care. All right. Let's get into the Star Wars stuff, but I need to get a refill before we do. Not that there's much. Oh, that was gross. The last fucking dregs of it. Fucking warm. Let me go to refill. Let me get rid of that tab. We've got a little bit of actual Star Wars news. Can you believe it? That's actually relevant. It's not good for them, but it's actually like new news as opposed to what we've been getting for the last 3-4 months since they blew their load at the beginning of the year. Fucking morons, man. So fucking dumb. Let's see. We always love a bit of Mozza farting, don't we? Actually, I'm going to piss as well. I'll be right back, guys.
Oh, Mozza, read that.
Mozza, don't let the American bitch.
Did you just fart?
Yes, I did. Tell you what to do.
I think it's bedtime, Mozza.
Question mark.
I think it's bedtime for Mozza. That's the type of videos we watch on fucking Happy Hump Day.
I gotta pee. Oh my god.
All righty then. All righty then. Can't wait. Blake was there. Blake was there for that moment. It was one of the funniest moments of all time. Wasn't it, Blake? Even you, Mr. Serious, couldn't help but laugh. Give me 1 second. Sneaky, sneaky. All right. It was so funny, man. Just because he put his knees up and it kind of squeezed and and the no denial straight away. Did you just fart? Fucking, oh man. I was also so drunk the night that it happened that I watched that clip like fucking over and over. It was so fucking funny. On my Instagram, there's all the clips from that night, actually. All the clips from that night. It was fucking great. It was a good night. Even the interrogation scene. All right, let's see. Where am I going from here? Headphones are still in, so I'll share the audio. I don't think there's any audio, but we'll see. Fucking, can you hear that fly? Came in because I got the door open. It's a beautiful day. Beautiful day. I hope you're all having a beautiful day. While I'm here, let me say hello to the lurkers. Hello, lurkers. I know you're there. Thank you. Thank you for watching or listening, wherever you are, if you're at work. I appreciate you. All right, let's talk about Star Wars, shall we? Star Wars Legacy has been announced at New York Comic-Con. The novel by Madeline? I don't know. G'day, OG Star Wars. How you doing? Follows Leia's training of Rey between episodes 8 and 9, and shows how they repaired the Skywalker lightsaber. Nobody cares. The crazy thing is that their expanded universe is designed for explanation and essentially homework, whereas the original expanded universe just expanded on the universe. It wasn't required. It was essentially required if you wanted a continuation of the story, yes. But like, if you read something like, let's say, Revenge of the Sith, or even, let's actually take, because this isn't a novelization of one of the movies. This takes place between. But let's use the example then of the, OG, I'm glad you're in the chat. What I'm thinking, the book that comes out before Revenge of the Sith. Why am I blanking on it? In that trilogy. What's it fucking called? My point is that book that comes out before Revenge of the Sith, thank you, Labyrinth of Evil. Why could I not think of that? Thank you, Scran. Labyrinth of Evil. You could put this book in the same sort of category, right? Because Labyrinth of Evil does take place between Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith. Now, yes, it does take place just before Revenge of the Sith, but it is still not from a movie, right? But that book isn't required. Labyrinth of Evil isn't required to watch Revenge of the Sith. Whereas this is almost required. It's not necessary, I don't think. But like, if you want I guess if you want the beginning of Rise of Skywalker to make sense with the fact that Leia is training Rey, then yeah, buy the book. No one's buying this fucking book. Your Jacobs will buy this book. Your Jacobs are going to buy this book. Your Sawyers. But then that leads straight into the fact that it has now been revealed. Disney has revealed that the total cost of Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker was $593.7 million. The third most expensive film in history. I dare say one of the, like, you want to argue the fact that it made 1.1 billion in the box office, like, man, what a financial failure. Just on the financial end, what a flop at 1.1 billion. Now, I don't know the ins and outs of all of this. Obviously, there's the UK thing where they get the tax rebate and all of that kind of shit. I don't know if this is before or after the tax rebate. But what would the tax rebate be? Let's say it's $100 million. It's still $500 million if that's how the calculation actually works. Even at 1.1 billion, still a financial flop. Now, we can argue all day about the financial side of it. It's certainly that no part of the finances on these movies make them good or bad movies. They are either good or bad movies, and then you've got the financial side, because you cannot equate the money that these movies made to the quality of these movies. No matter what they came out with The Force Awakens, it was going to do gangbusters. No matter what they did. No matter what they did. Now, if it was worse than, let's say, what they came out with, and what they came out with was pretty bad, but a lot of people were willing to give it a shot, right? They were still on board. People went back and watched it a second time or a third time in theaters. All of that sort of thing was actually still happening with The Force Awakens. Unbeknownst to a lot of people that they still had their beer goggles on, and I'd argue that I'm one of those people myself. But then the diminishing returns of the sequels, and like the fact that they had to spend, like, if you think back to fucking 2019 when they fucking came out, like, you know, when it was leading up to the Rise of Skywalker. Oh, can you imagine? They were still apparently editing this thing while it was coming out in theaters. Like, it's almost like that they were sitting backstage of the premiere still going, oh, which way are we going to do this? Oh, quick. Like, that's what it felt like, and that's what it seemed like. And look at this fucking budget. $600 million. $600 million on this piece of garbage that they came out with, to completely try and fucking spin it off from fucking, what's his name? From Ryan Johnson. Completely spat in his face. Isn't George Lucas still editing the movie? Dude. Yep. Dude, was I just drinking that with my fucking pinky up? I hope not. That was the gayest fucking thing. So yeah, $600 million for the Rise of Skywalker. And they're coming out with a book to try and explain some of the bullshit away that no one's going to buy. What other Star Wars news do we have here? Jeremy Allen White confirms Pedro Pascal is still doing voice work for The Mandalorian and Grogu. I don't know if you're actually saying that in a good way or a bad way. I spoke to Pedro the other day. See, that's where my dyslexia completely, that when there's typos, it pisses me off so much. So much. I spoke to Pedro the other day, and I think he is doing some more work in the booth, and seeing some more of the film. What? Well, look, let's just say this. Right, yeah, thanks. Fucking pinky in the air. Fucking... So basically, all you're doing is confirming what everybody already knew. And this is kind of what I'm saying. Like, other than this news, like, this is still the news that they're coming out with. Shit that we already know, just to try and keep Star Wars in the zeitgeist or in the algorithm of something, so that when they do actually finally start leading up to Mandalorian and Grogu, there's still something there to feed off. You're losing all of that, Lucasfilm. You're losing any form of momentum that you've got. And I don't know how some of these channels are talking about it. I was going to go over Star Wars Theory stuff because I have not been paying attention whatsoever. And this is where we go into fucking Seal of the Week. Let's do that. Let's do Seal of the Week here. Let me just play it. And then we'll have a look through Theory's thing. If I can fucking find the thing. Actually, I need to take this off because it'll echo, won't it?
Among the Jedi.
How are you supposed to fucking say this name? Plagueina? Is it? Here, I've got it.
Yeah, I think I remember. Seeing the movie. There's one scene that sticks out. There's one sticks out for everybody, which is that sticks out for everybody. Which is have you heard the tragedy of Darth Plagueis? The tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise. Darth Plagueis the Wise.
Did that clip echo for you guys? I bet you did, because I'm sharing my screen because fucking StreamYard can't figure its shit out. Anyway, this is nominee number 1. I want to cry with happiness knowing that we will have 2 books focused on Rey written by women. It did echo. Yeah, I knew it. Cool. 2 books about Rey written by women. It's a good thing the movie that's coming out that's being directed by a woman. Like, it's fucking... I'm so over it. So over it. Seriously, fuck off. So over it. No one gives a fuck. Can we just get somebody who likes Star Wars to write a book? Who actually understands the lore, or at least is willing to learn and actually understand? How about that? How about we do that? No? You'd rather the woman? Now, I'm not saying that women can't fucking like Star Wars and can't be the right person, but you haven't got a good track record, Lucasfilm, so I'm not really fucking caring too much. God, I tell you what I can't wait for. I watched a video of Mauler, who was playing video games, getting drunk and shit like that, and he was talking about the video that he's been working on, 16-hour-long video or something like this, of all on, it's a full breakdown and talking about Star Wars Outlaws. He's put 2 other projects on hold so that he can do this video. Been putting it together for fucking ages. I can't wait for it. Can't wait for it. So that's nominee number 1. Nominee number 2 is from Sawyer. She gets a nom this week. She's got nothing in her profile anymore. She's moved to Pokemon. Sawyer loves Pokemon. Not Star Wars anymore. I think I broke her. I actually do. I actually think I broke her. I don't know whether or not, and it certainly wasn't my intention to scare her or do anything, because there was nothing that I did that was scary or, I don't think bad. And everybody else that was with me saw what happened and obviously defended me against her little fucking bullshit thing. He yelled in my face. But yeah, I think I broke her. And she doesn't really talk a lot about Star Wars too much anymore. Well, not that I've noticed. I am blocked. That's probably why there's no summary, right? I'm stupid. It sounds like everyone needs to take the weekend and watch the sequel trilogy again, because apparently nobody understands Rey's character. Okay. No one's going to go back and rewatch them to try and find any sort of understanding. We know enough. We understand that she's a fucking Mary Sue. And no matter, it's so funny that we're coming up to 10 years of Force Awakens, and these people said, oh, give it time, just like the prequels. Give it time, give it time, give it time, and they'll be good. Fuck off. It's no one's ever going back to them. No one has watched these movies in fucking ages. The only people that have are you guys. Let's go do it. Fucking day long. That's all you fucking do. Clap, seal clap. Hence why you're getting seal clap nominations right now. Jacob, J.I. Jacob, the other person the only one that's going to buy that fucking book, and he'll read it and review it in a fucking day. You watch. Fucking craziness. Thinking about the cancelled, be nice if you spelled that correctly. Sorry, let me start that again. Thinking about the cancelled tie-in book for The Mandalorian that was announced a few years ago when the show debuted and then was never heard of ever again. I didn't know about that. I didn't even know that there was a fucking book that was coming out. It's probably a good thing that they didn't release it. The thing for me that's going to be really interesting in regards to the Mandalorian and Grogu movie is to see what they do with the cloning. Like I said, the everything that they've been trying to do has been trying to still do their own thing to try and keep it as separate from the sequels as possible, because most people that are still getting any form of enjoyment out of things like The Mandalorian or any of this shit is, like Ahsoka. Man, I can't stand you, Theory. Honestly, you just popped into my head then, and I just can't stand you, dude. With the fucking up and down fucking bullshit. You fucking have Josh on to talk about the fucking bullshit leaks and shit that you fucking apparently have both got fucking somebody in the inside that likes telling you bullshit shit. And even if there was any truth to the leaks or anything like that, dude, you're fine or happy with that, or you can explain it away in your head. Fuck off. Like, seriously, fuck off. Can't even remember where I was going. Fucking there's people out there that still like The Mandalorian and shit like that they still need to feed to try and keep it separate. But while at the same time, they do feed in the little bullshit things like the cloning stuff and all of that to try and then eventually use that to justify the sequels. That's the only way that I can see it. Dude, Star Wars is so fucked. And I feel like just with Theory and that sort of thing, dude, your whole business model now is around the sabers and this and that. Everything's to do with Star Wars and revolves around Star Wars. And it is honestly a dying brand. You might be getting some good returns and everything now from the fucking weird people out there and some of the crazies out there, because you certainly, just like when Justin sort of called you out on the fact that you don't do fucking EU character sabers or anything like that, but you'll clearly go out and do essentially Disney EU character lightsabers. These characters haven't even been seen in some live action. Some of them that you've got lightsabers for haven't even been seen in animation. But you've got them. And it's a dying fucking brand, man. They killed it. They killed it. I've got my collection of lightsabers. I've got Maul's lightsaber, which is the Black Edition sabers. I've got a shitty fucking Anakin saber, and I got Revan's saber, which I bought after your acquiring of fucking Disney. But I wanted a fucking good, proper like metal saber, and it was Revan's. And I would fucking hope that you're not going to go anywhere near that character. But who am I? Fucking, I'm dreaming to think that you're not going to touch fucking Revan. Dreaming. I wish I wasn't. But like, you guys have got Ahsoka coming out soon. You've got obviously Mandalorian and Grogu coming out soon. Dude, the most exciting thing, I've just mentioned the one thing that I'm looking forward to with Mandalorian and Grogu. The one thing I'm looking forward to with Ahsoka is just to see how much more damage and how much more bullshit that they can do to Thrawn. Dude, I don't know how somebody like Star Wars Theory could have been happy with the result of Ahsoka with what they did with Thrawn if you are an EU or a Thrawn fucking fan. Dude, with this fucking... The rumors that I'm hearing about the Jedi Starfighter fucking... I was about to say game, because it sounds like a game. Fucking movie. Like, okay, if they bring in Mara, that's a fucking joke. But the other thing that I've heard, which I don't think that they're going to do, but who knows? I mean, this is Disney after all, and it wouldn't put it past them. But the other one that I heard was that Ryan Gosling's character is Cade Skywalker or something. Doesn't Cade Skywalker come like ages down the line? Like, am I crazy in thinking like Cade Skywalker is 100 years, something like that, after fucking the original trilogy? It's bringing the name over. It's exactly what they did with Thrawn. It's exactly what they did with Ben Solo. It makes more sense that it's Ben Skywalker, and they essentially, you could see what they were doing with Rey and Kylo to begin with. After the Vong, so it's even more. It's even more. 125 years after the Vong invasion, then it's even more than 100 years, obviously, past fucking... Dude, and this is the thing that makes it so stupid, because this is like the... Remember when like even Star Wars Theory doing his theory videos or his, what could happen or like back when Star Wars was flourishing and good and, there was some good stuff to talk about, some good theories out there to pick up on and, it's all fucking gone. And all they do is seem to grab stuff from the stuff that we loved as Star Wars fans and chuck it in. Now, yes, granted, I have not obviously read the Cade Skywalker fucking storyline, but like, isn't this supposed to take place? What? When's the Jedi Starfighter? Fuck, we're doing fucking Seal of the Week. See how much of a rant this puts me on sometimes. Starfighter. Timeline. $40 ABY. 40 ABY. So it basically takes place around the same time as the sequels. Roughly 10 years after the sequels. Dude, they're going to fuck this so hard. They're going to fuck this so hard. They think that they've got enough pieces in place with the crap that they've come out with so far, which is crap, mind you. Mando season 1, 2, and 3. I don't give a fuck how you feel about those first couple of seasons. They are fucking shit. They are so garbage. They are the Force Awakens of the TV crap that Disney's come out with. In hindsight, fucking absolute garbage. You fucking think Jedi, they think, like I said, they think that they've got enough in place to start being able to really start flooding in some of the reasons, the justifications for certain things. I still don't think with everything, the Mandalorian and Grogu stuff, the Ahsoka series, and fucking this Jedi Starfighter or Star Wars Starfighter thing that they're coming out with, out of all those three things, we're still not going to get any explanation to how Palpatine returned. Not that anybody really cares or anybody really needs an explanation because he shouldn't have returned at all under any circumstances. Anakin brought balance back to the Force, full stop. It's how he was essentially able to become one with the Force and become a Force ghost. Like, it's so fucking stupid. Anyway, that's nominee number 3 after my absolute massive rant. And then we got Vader's Order as nominee number 4 saying, powerful women in Star Wars. Yes. Bom, bom. Bom, bom. Yes. So she's 50% of the way there. She, he, I don't know. Let's poll this shit, shall we? Let's poll this shit. All right. The poll is up. How you guys doing out there? You having a good time? Smash the like button, please. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Hey, lurkers, if you're rewatching the stream, hi, guys. Thanks for rewatching. All right, we're going to give some memberships right now. Boom. Boom. There you go, chat. I don't know who's getting memberships, but there you go. We'll give out 5 more. We'll do the monthly target straight off the bat, shall we? Boom. There you go. I tried to show Flash how to do this. Surely he's able to do it. There you go, guys. Get your votes in. It's all I ask for in return for a membership. If you're a lurker and you're sitting there right now and you see that you got a membership, All I ask in return is that you put a vote in the poll. That's obviously if they're watching, actually, because there are people that get memberships, gifted memberships, when they're not watching. I've gotten a few in my time. So, nominee number 1, nominee number 2, nominee number 3, and nominee number 4. Let's take a look at Theory's channel. I was going to watch one, right? Somebody mentioned this video to me. I actually haven't watched it. I don't know why it's showing all red, and I only just clicked on that one as well, and I don't know why that's showing halfway red. Halfway watched. 150K. They're not doing great though. Like for his channel and what he used to get. $10K a day ago. What's that? The real reason Luke ran away in The Last Jedi. See, I don't know, dude. Doing a video like that, 10K is all you're really going to get. I mean, okay, let's if I remember, try and remind me. Someone in the chat, try and remind me next week because I probably will forget. But let's just check where this video is at next week. We're sitting at 10K.
Time is
11K if I click on it. So it's probably closer to the 11K mark. I'd just be curious to see, like, who actually cares about that, really. That's done well. George Lucas explains that big scene. So the only thing that's really getting any views is when he, like, mentions George Lucas. George Lucas drops an Anakin bomb that changes everything. What, in that book that they came out with? That Disney came out with? I don't know. Star Wars seems so fucked to me right now that the only thing that I am continuing to do is read the EU. And I like, to be completely fair, I haven't really been paying much attention to the channels out there. I haven't been paying, like, I've done a couple of Star Wars videos in amongst all the other videos that I'm doing. It is truly dying. And the thing is like, yes, Disney Star Wars is dying and Disney killed it. But like, even to do Star Wars, like, don't get me wrong, I love like Matt Wilkins and stuff like that, and I'll tune into those. But like, in regards to a growing brand or a growing channel in that sense, I don't see it. I don't, like, it's done now. Star Wars, Disney killed Star Wars. When the movies come out and stuff, people will go out and watch other people's videos, obviously, to you know, see their reactions to the Mandalorian and Grogu and all of that sort of thing. Go join Mr. Grant for Stargate streams. They have sent me the link a couple of times. Seal of the week. Yeah, seal of the week. So seal of the week, we always go through and we always pick out just some Disney seals out there. These are the ones that sit there and I've got a better way of displaying it. And they just love and clap and just everything to everything. Nothing's ever bad. Nothing's ever wrong. And if you criticize it, it makes you either racist, sexist, Nazi, fucking all the names under the sun, moon, and stars. So that's these people. So yeah, nominee number 1 was I Want to Cry with Happiness, knowing that we will have two books focused on Rey, written by women. Woo! Sawyerism saying it sounds like everyone needs to take the weekend and watch the sequel trilogy again because apparently nobody understands Rey's character. And Jacob, number 3, says Thinking about the cancelled, I didn't even know that this was a thing. Thinking about the cancelled tie-in book for The Mandalorian that was announced a few years ago when the show debuted, and then was never heard of ever again. And the last one is Vader's Order, number 4, saying powerful women in Star Wars, which she got 50% of them correct. So that's seal of the week. I hope that explains it. And I'm glad I went through it again because we need to split the ties. There's fucking ties everywhere right now. Oh, it's split up a bit better. So anyway, like I said, I was going to go through and watch one of Theory's videos, but I honestly can't be fucked. We've been going for nearly 2.5 hours, and I'd probably want to get some food in me and maybe play some Gears of War and actually stream it. So maybe we can do that. I just got to get some food in me before I do that. But we got 18 votes in. I think we can end the poll there. Thank you guys for participating in the poll. All right. In last place with 17% of the vote, I thought it was a bit weak, but it was there anyway. So thank you, Vader's Order. In second last place or third place, depending on how you want to see it, is number 1 with 22% of the vote. In second place, the runner-up, Jacob. Dude, you just can't buy a win these days, can you? You're always so close, and you are still definitely a seal. But fuck, you just can't get that win, can you? And of course, that was with 28% of the vote. And the winner of this week's Seal of the Week was number 2, Sawyer, with 33% of the vote, basically saying that we all need to go and watch the sequel trilogy this weekend. Congratulations, Sawyer. You are this week's Seal of the Week. Rah!
I'm all the Jedi.
No, it's not the same people every week. Jacob and some of those do get multiple nominations throughout the year, but it's definitely sporadic. It's definitely all over the place. Sometimes Mike Hill, I don't know if he's still in the chat actually. Sometimes, well, most of the time, Mike Hill sends me a lot of the nominees, so he keeps an eye out for me a lot. Thank you, the great one. But that's it. We're all done for another Casual Rage for another week. Thank you for being here, everyone. Thank you to the lurkers. Thank you to the people that come and rewatch the stream. I want to thank the backseater and the backseat boys stream for their super chat. Thank you very much. And also Beta Bucks Deluxe. Thank you for that 20 bones. I really appreciate that. You're awesome. And I'd like to thank this moron, Raging Rhino, fucking can't read for shit, for the 10 gifted memberships. Greatly appreciated. But no, on a serious note, thank you everyone for being here. I'll see you guys on Flashcast this weekend. And hopefully I can try and snap up a couple of late videos this week for you guys. And yeah, hopefully we can continue being a little bit more consistent. We are done. Is there anyone still streaming right now? Because usually by the time I get technically I usually go longer than this. Anna's still streaming. I need to figure out how to raid. Oh, fucking dude. Robot Head just dropped a video, guys, an hour ago. Disney just admitted that the Rise of Skywalker lost money. How is this possible? Go and watch that. Fucking Robot Head's awesome. Robot Head is awesome. Anna is still live. I might be going. Beardo's live. I think it looks like he's playing Pokemon. He is. Cecil's live. Camelot is live. See, that's the thing. That's when I know that I'm finishing earlier because Camelot, a couple of weeks ago, rated me. And I really appreciate that from him. But this is also too why I need to change the time slot. So just a reminder for anyone that is new that's in the chat right now. Sorry, I know I said that I was leaving. Once daylight savings in America ticks back over, I'm probably going to be pushing my stream back, so earlier. Just so that there's not as much overlap, especially with some of these guys like Anna and Camelot and Cecil, like Beardo. Like there is crossover, I think, in those audiences, and to be basically streaming over all of them at the same time, not the greatest. Not the greatest. But yes, I'm going to go and watch fucking Robot Head's video. Watch it. Watch it. All right, guys. Peace out. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you on, we'll see if to get drunk on Flashcast this weekend. Bye, guys.
They came bounding over.
Fuck off! Disney! You fucking cunt!
I wasn't prepared. I wanted to play something else, but I couldn't find anything quick enough. Let's
Put a ticket in and make her name it gay!
A few minutes? Are you kidding? At the rate they're gaining?
No, what is it? You have to shoot this. Traveling through hyperspace is like dusting crops, kid. Without precise calculations, we fly too close to a store. They're bounce into a supermarket and then...
Yeah.
Be a hell of a mess.
What's that?
Watch. You're losing the deflector shields. Go strap yourselves in. Be careful on the way out.
Yeah, sure. I'm taking very cautious.
You go away.
We bounced too near a supermarket?